Hello, Seto Kaiba here. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to take a look at the deck that Seto Kaiba used in Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie Pyramid of Light. Now remember that in the movie, Kaiba has two duels. One of them is against Pegasus, and the other one is against Yugi at the end. Now, halfway during that battle against Yugi, he gets taken over by Anubis, and then Anubis finishes the duel. As I had mentioned in my previous video, the novelization for this movie gives an official 40 card deck for Yugi, Kaiba, and Pegasus. So now we're going to check it out here on Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force 4. Now I'm dueling against a random opponent, so I'm not sure what kind of deck that they have. So we're going to give it a shot. Now I go first. Alright, I'm going to draw. And now what we have here is Dimension Fusion, Death Feral Imp, Ring of Destruction, Luster Dragon, Pet in the Dark Clown, and Dark Core. Alrighty, let's see here. Alright, I think just for some drawing power, I will set Pet in the Dark Clown. Alright, and I will end my turn. Not too much there. Now obviously with Kaiba's deck here in the movie, the main draw is for him to get out his Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. Now that's going to be a little difficult because in order to summon the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, you need to have the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon on the field, and then you need to tribute that in order to summon the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. So getting Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon with this deck is going to be very difficult. There's nothing to help get the Blue Eyes onto the field. I just need to get a lucky draw to get my Blue Eyes, and then get the Shining Dragon out there as well. So that's going to be pretty tough. And right now, pretty tough is what this guy's bringing out on the field right here. He is just going crazy. Okay, Enchanting Fitting Room. Alright, so he's got 5 monsters on the field. This is going to be difficult. Alright, so at least my Pet in the Dark Clown is going to be able to draw itself. Yes, I'm going to special summon it again. I'm going to special summon it in defense position to save my attack point, my life points a little bit here. Alright, and activate it again. Alright, let's... So I'm eventually going to take a hit to my life points because I can't summon any more Dark Clowns. So that's going to leave my field wide open. Was not expecting him to do something like that on the first turn and have all these monsters out on the field. The only good thing is that I do have my Luster Dragon that I can summon that has 1900 attack points, which will be able to take out most of his monsters on the field, except for the Giant Soldier of Stone, because he'll probably put that in defense mode, with the 2000 attack points. Now that he laid 2 face down cards, now I just drew cost down, which would be great if I had a high level monster to summon, but I do not. Okay, this would be nice to get my Pet in the Dark Clowns out, but with only 1200 attack points, it's really not going to do too much for me right now. Alright, so I'm going to play my Luster Dragon. Alright, now with 1900 attack points, I have the strongest on the field. So I'm going to attack... Chamberlain of the Six Samurai. Alright. Now if he doesn't do something... Oh, okay, never mind. Attack of the Cornered Rat. For level 3 or lower monster, don't know what that was. What was that effect? For level 3 or lower monster during battle, you can pay life points. Okay, so he paid life points to raise the attack point. Okay, this is not looking good. It looks like I might, barring something crazy, I might be losing this turn. Alright, I'm going to put Ring of Destruction down. Okay, Dark Core, this might be... Okay, this could save me right here. At least for a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to activate the Dimension Fusion. And I'm going to pay my life points. And I'm going to special summon my 2 Dark Clowns. Because I need to protect my field. Put them both in defense position. At least it's something. Alright, let's see what happens here. Alright, so you might not see too much here. I'm not activating my Ring of Destruction. Maybe he'll put something strong out. And then I can use it on that. With Heart of the Underdog, if he draws a normal monster, he gets to draw again. So he might be doing this for a while. And of course, all the attacks of the monsters, with the exception of that Chamberlain of the Six Samurai, they are higher than my 1200 defense points. So I'm going to be taking a hit a little bit here. Let's see what he summons. Oh, he's finally done summoning. He must have drew something that's not a normal monster. Okay, he's just going right for the attack. I'm not activating Ring of Destruction just yet. Alright, who's he attacking with now? Okay, now I will use my Ring of Destruction. I gotta destroy one of the 1700 attackers. Okay. So as you can see, this deck didn't give me a very good draw. None of my blue eyes came out. So this is going to be very tough. This is going to be my last one. He's got a couple face down cards. Now the Destiny draw mechanic in Tag Force games, when you create a deck, you can select 6 cards to be a Destiny draw. And you label them as Destiny draw, so when this option comes up, you can select that and it will draw one of those cards that you labeled as a Destiny card. So let's see what happens here. It's probably going to be Spear Dragon. Well, that's going to be... actually isn't too bad because I can actually attack, but I don't have anything strong because next turn they're going to defeat me. So I think what I will do is I'm going to play my Spear Dragon. Actually, I guess I could play either one because the 1900 of my Spear Dragon is more than any of their attacks, and my 1800 defense of my Deathfell Imp is more than any of their attack as well. So what I will do, I think I will actually play my Deathfell Imp in defense mode, and if they do attack it and activate the effect, then I can bring a card from my graveyard and put it into my deck and shuffle the deck. Plus, hopefully, if I draw a Blue Eyes, I can use my cost down to make its level level 5, and then I can only use one tribute, which would hopefully be this, and then I can get it on the field and maybe have some offense on here. Other than that, I'm not doing very good. So I'm going to end my turn here, and let's see what happens. Okay, so he did not draw a normal monster. Okay, he's going to start attacking. Yep. Okay, so he must not have a high-level monster that he's going to be able to tribute. Alright, so he attacked my Death Pharaoh Imp. He's going to lose 100 attack points. Okay, so now I can activate my effect to pick a card from the graveyard. Well, it's going to get shuffled in, so I'm not really sure. I guess I will do my Luster Dragon. Actually, yes, the Luster Dragon. My deck is going to get shuffled, so I might not see it again. Okay, here comes his high-level monster. Let's see what he summons. Okay, so he synchroed summon. Okay, Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth. Okay, so Synchro Summon, if you're not familiar, was introduced in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, the 5Ds era, where you need a monster that's labeled as a tuner monster, and then another monster, in order to combine them. And also the levels of the monsters need to equal the level of the monster that you're trying to summon. So see, for Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth, it requires one tuner monster and one or more non-tuner monsters. The level needs to equal level 6 in order to summon him. So that's what a Synchro Summon is. And then you'll notice a Synchro monster has the white background. Okay, so I just drew the White Dragon Ritual, which is not... I do not have Paladin of White Dragon, so I am not able to summon. So, what I can do, or at least try to do, I should probably play Dark Core, and I will discard my Ritual card to remove this tuner monster. I'm going to try that and see what happens. Alright, I'm going to discard the White Dragon Ritual card, and I am going to get rid of the Synchro monster. And that did not work for some reason. Oh, okay. Okay, non-spellcasting area. I should have saw that. I was doing my explanation and I missed him activating this card, so I completely wasted it. So that is terrible. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to put... Okay, so I'm gonna have to put my Spear Dragon in defense mode to protect my life points. Because if he attacks me with the Gaia, I'm going to lose. So I'm going to have to put this in defense mode and see what happens. His guy is probably going to attack my Death Pharaoh Imp, and then he'll just attack me with the rest of his cards, and then I will probably lose. Okay, he's drawing a bunch of normal monsters. Okay. Maybe if he draws all normal monsters for the rest of the duel, I'd win via deck out. He'd run out of cards. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so you're probably not going to be able to see any of the blue eyes in this match. So I'm very sorry for that. He flooded his field on the very first turn, and I was never able to recover. Yeah, so now He's going to attack my Spear Dragon that has 0 defense points, and then he'll attack one more time. Good game to him. Alright, well, I apologize that you're not able to see any of Kaiba's staple monsters. None of the blue eyes, none of the ultimate, not the ultimate dragon, not the blue eye shining dragon. But as I mentioned before, the blue eye shining dragon was going to be very difficult to summon with the deck that he had in the movie. But maybe next time. That was not a very good example of a duel there using Kaiba's deck. I might have to do another video and try again with another opponent. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, there's always time to duel.